savage.
Hello, Eve-Universe, this is Herbert speaking, and today at Meeting at the Sun, I met Marbin Drakon, the inventor of Eve-WSpace, a wormhole mapping program,
Hello, everyone.
and also a good member of SSC for a long, long time. So, Marbin, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, so you chose the stabber. This is gonna be a very, very fast fight, I guess. Yeah, let's go. Start hitting each other. Explain for my audience and the rest of the Eve universe, what is Eve-WSpace?
Sure, Eve-WSpace is, at its core, it's an open source wormhole mapping tool. So sort of like a SIGI or XCAM or something like that. It was originally the internal tool for SSC, or the rewrite of our internal tool, and we decided to open source it. In addition to wormhole mapping, though, it also includes corporation management functions and the ability to do things like integrate your Jabber server into your mapping system.
What made you crazy enough to start such a huge project?
The previous tool we were using was written in .NET, and I didn't like .NET.
That's basically it? Oh my god. How long have you been working on it since it's such a massive tool?
The first commit to Eve-WSpace, or the current iteration of it, was a little over a year ago.
Little over a year ago. And you've been constantly programming on it or just on and off?
It's more of an on and off thing. I try to get at least a few commits in a week. That is a few changes in a week.
Okay. What are the current features and what are you planning to do in the near future?
Sure. Currently, the most complete feature is mapping, because that is the core function of the tool. Also, the alert system is mostly in. It's missing admin UI.
Okay.
And the alert system is for Jabber, email alerts, that kind of thing.
Nice. Have you ever used SIGI? And if so, what's your opinion of it?
I haven't personally used it for any real length of time. I mean, I've seen screenshots of it. I personally don't like the aesthetic style of it, but that's really a personal preference. I know some people don't like the style of Eve-WSpace.
What kind of impact would Crest, the new CCP brainchild, have on Eve-WSpace?
I have a few features planned for Crest, depending on what endpoints CCP decide to expose in the near future anyway. Definitely SSO is big on the list. That is single sign-on. So you would be able to log into Eve-WSpace with your Eve account and have it automatically create an account based on your character. And then you would choose, say, an external services password for the integrated authentication functions. So like to log into Jabber or something that doesn't use SSO.
Okay. How is the community feedback of your tool?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Uh,
Got
how,
turret noises up.
how is the community feedback? I can hear you have servers in the background. Since you've been working on an open source platform with it, how does the community respond to it?
I think the response is pretty good, personally. I mean, I actually have committers other than myself, which is a real boon. I know, like Tara Abadel from Eve University has done a lot of good work on it, and he's written some custom plugins for Eve Uni to use.
Nice. What was your biggest challenge coding it?
Well, Eve-WSpace is my first project in Python. The language I chose the language just because that's what I wanted to learn, and it's more useful for me as a systems administrator. So the biggest challenge really is learning Python as I go. So there's a lot of high WTF per minute code in the beginning of the project.
So, where and how can people obtain their copy of Eve-WSpace?
Sure. There's a basic project website at marbindrakon.github.io/eve-wspace. where that has some basic information. The source code can be attained from GitHub. I recommend using the develop branch because the released version is kind of old at this point.
Do you also offer instances for people that they can that don't have the ability to set up their own WSpace map server?
Certainly, if any corp wants to test Eve-WSpace, then they can just convo me in game or send me an email and get a private testing server hosted on the cluster you hear in the background. Yeah, I'd be hosting it, so there's a level of trust involved. I
Oh,
don't offer any paid hosting really, but that's something I might offer in the future.
so you're not charging at the moment ISKs or real life money?
Not for testing instances. I do
Okay.
have a couple of people I charge for regular instances.
Yeah, since I realized that I packed on way not enough cap boosters for my ancillary shield boosters and I'm hitting structure, do you have any shoutouts?
Not really, just to the contributors and community that's forming around Eve-WSpace. I really appreciate your work and keeping me.
That's so nice. That's so nice. Do you think you could maybe do in the end something together with Measures?
I'm
Combine the both great mapping tools into one?
I really think our design philosophies are a bit different, especially on the aesthetics. But just in general, the language is a bit disparate. I'm pretty sure Siggy's in PHP. I'm not certain on that, but I know absolutely no PHP.
Why are
And
you
also,
not
I think
killing me?
well, I'd like the interview to continue.
But that's not the point.
Fine, have some guns.
Aww. Well, thank you, Marvin. That was great. Another boom goes. And yeah, for everybody who has questions, go to the Eve online forums, to the Reddit, to the YouTube. Leave comments, suggestions, whatever you feel like. And thank you, Marvin.
Thank you.
Bye bye.